entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target, but it'll be second down. Well, if you look at this Week 1 matchup on paper and you see the Titans' name next to the Browns' name, you're thinking, there can't be much history there. But if you factor in that the Titans used to be the Houston Oilers, well, there is good history there because these two franchises were division rivals in the old AFC Central. That was before the 2002 NFL realignment. So there is history, albeit way back in the rearview mirror. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill, a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Charlie.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, 57 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Watch the run, watch the run. Watch It's a safety. Real.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert!
Mayfield down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Check 50. Pistol.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's get it.
To throw is Tannehill. Goes underneath for Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Shit. Fire.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Switch up. Watch out. 25, check 25. Tighten up.
Derrick Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
He's checking.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check 52. Check, 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 check. Check 43. Ready.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Run. Mike. Hey, orbit. Check 55, Mike.
From the gun, Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it. Pistol.
Mayfield now from the 50. He finds Beckham, complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
180. Hey, on 133. He's regular. He's coming, double up. Mark 55. Hey, my 7. Come get some. Come on here, come get some. He don't want it. Mike 55. Hey,
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 54.
Mayfield with it once more. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
180. Time to go, night. Left. Watch left. Here we go. Hurry. Check 24. Watch 24.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Run. Check 55 to Mike. General West. 55 to Mike.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hurry! Point it right. Bravo! Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch this. Hey, Foxtrot. 55, Mike, 55. You're not ready. Hey, check Mike.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This a quick pass to Davis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check 26, check 26. Mike 51, Mike 51.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Hey, exit.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Hurry, hurry! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, Haywood! Mike 55, Mike 55! Hey, eat! Watch the curl, watch the curls! I got it!
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
I'm coming. Hey, alert! Check back!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Hey, 180! 54, Mike 54. I smell fear in that offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Go!
Mike 5-4. They can't hang with us. 54's Mike.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
180!
Mike 54. I'm coming, baby.
Pistol.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Let's go. Regular. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I got one.
Throwing. Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
54's Mike. Check. Watch the Smith. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A shotgun handoff to Henry. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Bring it. King. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the run.
Now Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mayfield now 11 of 16 through the air. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
11 more yards. That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 right at the 40.
King. Hey, alert 33. Hey, seam 6.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 38-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
54's Mike. Check.
Hey, wahoo!
Oh, you got D? Mike's 54. I got it.
And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 38 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Got it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
60 more.
First down.
Here we go, team. Here I come.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Here we go.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Hey, Zoo. Ready?
Play action. It's Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Tannehill now to throw. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the ball situated at the 9, second and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. They come out here in the eye. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
He's checking crack.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. Fourth and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns' drive about to get started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. To throw, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third and 4.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Charlie.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the gun, Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Trying to get it to Landry there. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
At the 32-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Run.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Hey, we got to get this done.
Mayfield down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike 50. Hey, box truck. Trash. That's trash. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Regular.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Alert. Done.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Real. Check. Lucky.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku there to make the grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. He's got Smith here. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Tannehill now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Christian Kirksey. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Murray. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, They frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Mayfield to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as run. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry there to make the grab. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw is Tannehill. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood. I'm coming. Hustle. Let's go.
To the air again, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
For A.J. Brown. Incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, 30 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will get them one closer.
38, Titans 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it is strictly for pride.
Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the... And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.
So for Cleveland, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent